Hi there, my name is Joey Vars, and this is my application video for TEDx USF. My talk is going to be on the power of spaceflight. Space has been a passion of mine since as long as I could remember, before I could even remember. And I'd like to share that passion with the USF and Tampa Bay area community. My talk is going to focus on three main points: that spaceflight has the power to innovate, to inspire, and to introspect. The power to innovate is spaceflight gives us the ability to solve problems that we would not have had the means to do otherwise. It shapes humanity by influencing our technology. By going to the moon, we had to develop the technologies to get there, and therefore we were able to solve a whole slew of other problems with the technologies that we created. These are called NASA spin-offs. And big strides were taken in the fields of aviation, engineering, and medicine. Spaceflight also gives us the ability to create through the power of innovation. And by creating, as I had mentioned, these new technologies, we can better ourselves in those fields, which trickle down to society as a whole and benefits all of humanity. It also gives us the power to inspire. It dares us to dream. It dares us to think how we can better the world through knowledge and by empowering ourselves with that knowledge. Everybody wanted to be an astronaut as a kid, but why was that? What was so appealing about traveling to the moon or to the stars as a little kid? That's a point that I would like to explore in my talk. Additionally, we always have these grand visions of this world of tomorrow, with tall skyscrapers and futuristic technologies. But where did that go? A lot of that came through spaceflight, through the dreams and hopes that space travel had given us. And that's something I'd like to touch on a little bit as well. It also gives us the desire to do better with ourselves. We can solve the world's problems because spaceflight gives us the ability to do so. Space is for everybody. It's not just entitled to one person or country or group of people. So because of that, the lessons that we learned can be applied to all of humanity. And now these two fields, the power to innovate and the power to inspire, relate to each other. Actually, they come together because dreaming leads to inspiration, and when you're inspired, that leads to innovation or invention, which gives us the technologies to benefit mankind. This also works in reverse. By innovating, it gives people inspiration to do even better, to go even further, to continuously push that envelope. Now, my final big idea, my final three, or what I call the three I's, is the power to introspect. When you see when you see the planet from space as a magnificent blue orb against a completely pitch black backdrop full of stars, all the misgivings and political failings on our own planet become incredibly insignificant, and you truly realize how fragile life on Earth is, as well as how we can all come together to solve the problems that we are facing as a planet. Because, as I said, from space, there's no difference, there's no barriers, everyone is a human, not a specific nation. And now I'd also like to touch on the fact that we have so many magnificent men throughout all of human history, and then also throughout the last 50 years that have just given us so much as far as the ability to dream and to really just push our imaginations to becoming bigger and better. I'd absolutely love to work with you further and to speak at TEDx USF. Thank you.